Cradles to Crayons seeks school supplies to send 70,000 Massachusetts students back to school through their Ready for Learning initiative. Lynn Hilton has their story.
Whether it's volunteers or donations, Cradles to Crayons provides children of all ages living in homelessness or low-income situations with the essential items they need to thrive at home, at school, and at play.
Cradles to Crayons was founded over 20 years ago here outside of Boston in Quincy, Massachusetts. And the mission is really to help kids living in homeless situations and poverty get the basic essentials that they need to be kids every day. So we provide clothing, diapers, hygiene kits, school supplies, books, free of charge to a few 100,000 kids around Massachusetts.
They offer a variety of opportunities for people to volunteer their time, skills, and resources, ensuring that everyone can find a way to make a difference. The organization is exploring innovative approaches to inspire and encourage individuals to volunteer and foster a sense of community.
I initially heard about Cradles to Crayons because our local high school was doing a collect and sort. So they were collecting clothes for Cradles to Crayons, and so we brought in clothes. I went with my kids to volunteer. We went to the high school, and we spent a Saturday sorting through all the clothes, making sure that they would be good quality for other kids, putting like the boys' clothes, boys' pants in one area, and then all those clothes went back to Cradles to Crayons. So I actually volunteered locally in my community for a few years and donated locally to Cradles to Crayons before I ever came into the Giving Factory here in Newton.
By focusing on providing not only school supplies and essentials, but also clothing and other fundamental items, Cradles to Crayons aims to ensure that children facing adversity have their basic needs met.
We have so many stories of families who just went through a difficult time, right? They may have been laid off from a job, and they needed our help for a year, for 18 months, for 2 years. They come back in and volunteer. They want to give back. Their kids often know, Cradles to Crayons helped us when we needed help. They are vocal speakers for us. One of the key things that I always hear from the families that we serve is don't be afraid to ask for help. And I think that's really important because at certain times we all need help in different ways. So yes, they absolutely come back, and they're kind of part of our family.
Notably, the Backpack-a-thon event held special significance beyond its mission to provide school supplies. Families who had once benefited from Cradles to Crayons assistance eagerly returned, and this time as volunteers. This event, the first since 2019, served as a heartwarming reunion of sorts where both former recipients and new participants came together.
We have two big events every year. One is Backpack-a-thon, which we just hosted August 3rd at Boston University's Aganis Arena. It takes us about 3 months to actually prepare for the event, but in the meantime, we're fully operational and doing our day-to-day work and having 1,000 volunteers in the Giving Factory every week. But really, that is to be able to do a lot of work at a quick point in time, which is what Backpack-a-thon is all about. So for Backpack-a-thon, we started fundraising, I would say, 3 to 4 months ahead of time. We're already purchasing the supplies, so we know we will have them. And then in 2 hours, we had over 900 volunteers pack 45,000 backpacks full of school supplies last Thursday, and it was absolutely amazing. What is so fantastic about programs and big events like that is that we also are able to quickly distribute all of those items. So we've already distributed the 45,000 backpacks to schools all around Massachusetts. They have them when the kids are ready to go back to school. They will be providing them to the kids who need them. We have another 25,000 backpacks that we are putting together here in the Giving Factory, and we have corporate sponsors that are putting together. So in total, we'll be giving out 70,000 free backpacks as part of our Ready for Learning and to get kids ready for school this year.
Despite their accomplishments, there were moments of difficulty. The challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic brought an unexpected silver lining for Cradles to Crayons. The organization found that the crisis actually deepened their connections with communities and highlighted the urgent need for their services.
My start at Cradles to Crayons in January 2020 was unlike anything I had ever done in my career. We actually were moving buildings to what we call our forever home, which is our building here in Newton. We purchased this building. We moved in March 9th, 2020. That week was one of the big weeks where COVID was really being experienced around Boston. And I spent that week working with our executive team and our locations in Boston and Philly to say, how do we operate safely? So we closed our Giving Factory to volunteers and most employees. And then we spent the next few weeks really understanding how to operate safely. In June of 2020, we brought back our full operations team of 20 people. And in July of 2020, we brought back volunteers. So we actually never stopped serving our partners through the pandemic, and the need became greater, and we started serving more partners. What's been phenomenal is that our partners have really said what's most important to kids is the basic needs. Before the pandemic, a great example is we would give out 500,000 free diapers every year in Massachusetts. The pandemic hit, people needed diapers. They couldn't get diapers. Diapers are expensive. With inflation now, diapers are expensive. We now are the largest distributor of free diapers in Massachusetts. We provide over 3.5 million diapers every year.
In the face of adversity, Cradles to Crayons' unwavering dedication to supporting children and families remains a beacon of hope. Through their signature events and strong bonds forged within communities, the organization continues to work towards their vision of a world where every child has the essentials they need to thrive. For more information, visit www.cradlestocrayons.org. Lynn Hilton, Newton News, Newtonville.